Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so we all know that feeling, right? It's early October, the leaves are starting to turn, and bam, right there in your mailbox is that familiar envelope from the Salt Lake County Treasurer. Yep, your annual property tax notice has officially arrived. Now, it's an essential civic duty, sure, but let's be completely honest. Figuring out the paperwork and making sure the payment goes through securely, it can feel a little overwhelming. But listen, it absolutely doesn't have to be. Today, we're going to transform that chore into an absolute breeze.
Staring down that looming November 30th deadline can seriously spike your stress levels, especially when you factor in the strict late penalties for missing it. Nobody wants that. But what if I told you there's a fast, incredibly secure, and completely stress-free solution? One you can literally manage right from your couch. Well, we are going to walk through exactly how to handle your property taxes online, empowering you to cross this massive to-do off your list with total confidence.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Why pay taxes online? 2. Decoding your tax notice. 3. Step-by-step online payment. 4. Deadlines and late penalties. 5. Alternative payment options. And finally, 6. Final tips and disclaimer.
So, Section 1. Why pay taxes online? Digital convenience.
The advantages here are just incredibly compelling. When you pay online, you get an instant, time-stamped acknowledgement receipt right then and there. That digital confirmation gives you immediate peace of mind. Plus, online payments are generally posted to your parcel on the very next business day. It completely bypasses those unpredictable mail delays, and honestly, it saves you a really time-consuming trip down to the County Government Center on South State Street.
Moving right along to Section 2. Decoding your tax notice. Understanding your bill.
Now, what's really interesting about the notice itself is the wording right at the top. If your mortgage holder actually pays your property taxes out of an escrow account, the physical notice you receive in the mail will very clearly state owner's duplicate copy. It even includes a super helpful reminder that a mortgage company has already been billed for it. This is literally a lifesaver because it instantly prevents you from accidentally double paying. But if you are the one responsible for paying, you're going to want to look at your physical notice for your essential 14-digit parcel number. Keep that handy. You'll absolutely need it for the online portal. Also, check out the QR code block on the stub. You can actually just scan this with your smartphone to pay, or even sign up for paperless e-billing to get future official tax notices digitally. It's really just a great, easy way to go green.
Before we actually log on, though, let's take a quick look at this breakdown straight from the county's data. Have you ever wondered where those property tax dollars actually go? It's pretty fascinating, honestly. On average, over half of your tax bill, about 51%, goes directly to funding local school districts. The rest of it is split up between the county, the cities, and special districts. It's a really great reminder of how these funds directly support the community right around you.
All right, Section 3, Step-by-Step Online Payment, a step-by-step guide.
Okay, here's the exact flow. First, grab that tax notice and navigate your web browser to slco.to/treasurer. Then just click Pay My Property Taxes. Next, you'll punch in that 14-digit parcel number we talked about. A really great feature here is that the system automatically inserts the dashes as you type, so zero worries about messing up the formatting. After that, you'll select your payment type, and finally, just verify and finalize the transaction. Easy peasy.
Now let's look a bit closer at Step 3, selecting your payment type. Here is a totally transparent breakdown of the processing fees charged by the third-party vendor. Using a debit card is going to incur a 1% fee, and credit cards or mobile wallets, those hit you with a 2.39% fee. But look at the top row. The brilliant cost savings play here is absolutely selecting the e-check option. By simply entering your checking account and routing number, the electronic check payment is completely free, literally $0 in fees.
So, the really crucial point here is this. If you do choose to use a credit or debit card for the convenience, just be prepared when you check your bank statement. By law, the county can only collect the exact amount of your taxes owed. Because of that, card users are going to see two entirely separate charges. One charge for the actual property tax payment sent to Salt Lake County, and a totally separate charge for the convenience fee sent directly to the financial intermediary, ACI Payments, Inc. So, do not be alarmed when you see those two line items.
Oh, and one quick vital legal nuance to clarify before we move on. Paying your real property taxes online completely settles that bill. You're done. However, if you're paying business personal property taxes online, making the payment alone doesn't actually satisfy all the legal requirements. Utah law requires business owners to also submit a signed statement of personal property to the county assessor to dodge those non-filing penalties. Definitely keep that distinction in mind.
Moving to Section 4, Deadlines and Late Penalties. Don't miss the date.
The absolute magic date for your current tax year is November 30th. That is the hard deadline. Now, if November 30th happens to fall on a weekend or a holiday, your payment is due on the very next business day. But remember, any payment made online must be fully finalized before midnight Mountain Standard Time on that due date.
And this brilliantly illustrates why you can't be late. Missing that deadline comes with a pretty steep cost. If you are late, you trigger a strict statutory penalty. The penalty for delinquent taxes is the greater of 2.5% of the tax, or $10 for each parcel. And man, if it's not paid by January 31st, interest gets added retroactively all the way back to January 1st. You definitely want to keep that 2.5% right in your own pocket.
Okay, here is a crucial pro tip straight from the Treasurer's Office terms and conditions. Do not wait until 11:59 p.m. on deadline day. Your payment is only officially considered made at the exact time the transaction is acknowledged by the website and a confirmation number is issued. Heavy web traffic or even nightly system maintenance on the deadline can totally delay your digital acknowledgement receipt. And if that receipt generates after midnight, your payment is legally late. Always try to pay a few days early.
Up next, Section 5, Alternative Payment Options. Other ways to pay.
Now, if you're someone who prefers offline methods, no worries at all. You have three main options. You can mail a check, just make absolutely sure it includes the payment stub from your notice and is postmarked before the deadline. And please, never send cash in the mail. You can also pay in person at the county treasurer's office using cash or a check, but keep in mind they currently do not accept credit or debit cards at the counter. Finally, there is an automated toll-free telephone payment system you can use by just dialing 1-833-316-0013.
Almost done. Section 6, Final Tips and Disclaimer. Wrap-up and disclaimer. To quickly summarize our core takeaways for today, keep your hard-earned money by utilizing that free e-check option online. Dodge any technical glitches or heavy website traffic by making your payment several days before that November 30th deadline. And honestly, most importantly, always verify your final screen and either save or print that official digital confirmation number for your own records.
So, what does this all mean for you? Think about it. Empowering yourself with this digital knowledge totally changes a stressful, looming deadline into a simple task that takes, less than 5 minutes from the comfort of your couch? You save time, you prevent a ton of stress, and you confidently manage an essential civic responsibility. It's a total game changer.
Finally, we do need to note that the information provided in this explainer is accurate based on available data at the time of creation. You should always, of course, verify your specific details, current fee structures, and exact deadlines right on the official Salt Lake County Treasurer's website. And as always, contact a certified professional for any specific financial or tax advice. That all being said, don't let this annual chore intimidate you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go conquer your property taxes with total confidence.